Fuck, I was muted. God damn it. I was saying stuff. Hi. I wasn't gonna stream tonight, because my stomach's been killing me all day. I just took some medicine for it. I haven't gone to the bathroom in like an hour. I don't particularly feel like I have to go to the bathroom. So, I decided, because Splatoon always seems to get canceled or delayed, I was like, no, not tonight. I guess technically it did get delayed by like 3 hours, but like, I don't know. That's like the same shit as asking Nintendo to release Animal Crossing early. That's like, well, they released that, but they didn't delay it. They just released it at the time they said they would. And I only said that I would stream it today. And I am. So now we play Splatoon. Splatoon is like really loud also. I had to turn it down in my capture setup. But I joined Big Man's team out of obligation. I think I've only ever not been on Big Man's team once. Now, would I have earnestly picked air? Probably not. I like traveling by boat. I think boats are cool. I like the water. I'm a big fan of the water. But I had to support Big Man. Alright? We're like in an era where it's like perfectly reasonable for like Big Man to win Splatfest. So I'm gonna pick him every time. If we were in the old era where it was like Shiver was taking like every single win, that would be one thing. You know, those were dark days indeed. Back then I was more willing to be like, okay, maybe I should pick Fry in the hopes that Fry's team will be the one to beat Shiver. You know, we had our truce. We had our truce, but the truce is over now. Yeah, I'm the bravest streamer in the world. I'm bringing stream to an exciting new age. The shitting age. But like I said, I haven't had to use the bathroom in an hour. I don't feel like I have to use the bathroom, so I consider now, it's now or never. Plus, I haven't done a midnight stream in a while. We haven't done a late night stream in quite some time. And like, I would do Splatoon quite frequently for those. Alright, don't miss. You got this. Alright, you got this. They woke up, okay. I'm not gonna talk about my hemorrhoids on stream. I'm too mature for that. I'll talk about cock and balls and boobs and stuff, but hemorrhoids are below me. I will not be discussing my hemorrhoids on stream. If you want to hear me talk about my hemorrhoids, follow me on Blue Sky. I made one hemorrhoids post. Okay, how the fuck did they get in our base? How do we get them out of our base? Bro, thank you. How are you guys doing? I hope you had a better day than I did. I mean, yesterday was a good day. I watched the new Superman movie, and I actually did like it. I liked it quite a bit. You know? That's kind of cheesy. It kind of falls into, like, some of the, like, superhero movie tropes, where it's a little bit like, oh, we're hashtag self-aware, like, oh, well, that just happened kind of moments, but it wasn't too egregious. And there were some legitimately, like, kind of funny jokes in there. Wasn't anything crazy, you know, It's one of those things where I watched it and I liked it, but if you ask me, like, everything that happens in the movie today, I feel like, I don't know, I could maybe give you, like, the Spark Notes version. They had, like, a fucked up Green Lantern with, like, a bowl cut. That was super fucked up. That was the most fucked up part of the movie. It was also interesting, but kinda weird to see Superman tackle, international politics. I don't think they did a bad job of it. I think they maybe chose a weird time to do it, though. It wasn't like, I wouldn't call it, like, offensive. But I did see it and I was like, huh. I mean, I guess. I guess if Superman was here right now, he would have prevented fucking everything, basically. But it's still, like, a little strange. I don't know. We won. The Air Homies are winning. The fuck was the girl on the right with the scouter from Dragon Ball? I mean, I will say, like, it's nice that a Hollywood movie is not pro-Israel. Because most Hollywood movies are. And I would say Superman explicitly wasn't. I don't know. It was a movie. It was a movie. Maybe also I regret seeing it a little bit, because I'm pretty sure whatever I ate at the movie theater is probably why I've been, like, dying all day. I can't confirm that for sure. And, like, you know, a few people told me, oh, you should post to I was poisoned. And I was like, but what if I didn't get food poisoning from the theater? That was, like, my thought. What if it was something else? And it's like, it could have been. It could have been. Like, I'm pretty sure it was the movie theater. But if I just put them on blast when I don't know for sure, I'd be like, that would feel bad. Dude, that's so funny. I mean, it makes sense for a guy like Trump to not understand the message of the movie. But it is, like, funny. Would people accuse the movie of woke? I feel like some people already have. And it's like, man, their definition of woke is, like, crazy to me. There's multiple scenes where, like, fucking... Oh, thank you, Dynamo, for the raid, and thank you, Will, for the resub. Welcome, everybody. Welcome to IBS Gaming. Happy prom. Bitches call me Popney. Oh, thank you, everyone. That's true. I do be Splatoon gaming. Yeah, I don't know what's been going on with my notifs recently. they haven't been working properly. I'm probably gonna have to go into, like, Streamlabs and figure that shit out. Because I use Streamlabs for the notification, but I use Stream Elements for the chat. Because I kind of think the chat options for Streamlabs sucks. But I might also be bad at using Streamlabs. I hope you had a good stream. I heard you were at prom. How did prom go? Did you get all your special prom wishes? Did you get to dance with the boy, girl, non-binary baddie of your dream? It was scary. Scary like a skeleton chasing you, or scary like, you know, like a roller coaster? Like, oh, it was scary, but it was also cool. Stop Baldy the Knight? Oh, hey, that's awesome. Hey, that sounds awesome. I'm thinking it's more like the roller coaster one. The Roaring Baldy. Let me get my EXP up. Get my pussy up, get my money up, as they say. His roaring basics. Welcome to Baldy's Basics in Education and Learning. Yeah, I hope it sounds like you guys had a good time, which is awesome. You know, again, I've been like dealing with stomach problems like all day. So even though I wanted to tune in, I didn't end up tuning in, which is my bad. But I didn't really want to be at my computer desk. I did not want to be at my computer desk. And thank you, Jen, for the gift sub to Dynamo. Thank you. I'm gonna see what's going on with my notifs while we have some time. Well, no, now we don't have time. Well, I tried. Oh, I love Big Betrayal. Yes! This is the best Splatfest song ever. I'm like... You know, someone in chat's gonna be like, oh, what about this one? What about this one? No, it's Big Betrayal. Big Betrayal is the best Splatfest song they've done. Is Color Pulse a Splatfest song? I would give that, like, a close second. But I fucking love Big Betrayal. I mean, I'm also a little biased because it is about Big Man and his betrayal to his squad. Finally, I can hold more fizz bangs. That's what we've been waiting for! Dude, wait, that'd be a good soundbite. I think this song is funny because Big Man objectively did nothing wrong. It's a really funny character song. Yeah, I mean, the Splatoon 3 single player makes it pretty explicit that, like, a lot of the stuff of them being, like, anti, like, the other, like, parts of the Splatoon universe is, like, what the fuck? It's like the rivalry they have with the other areas in the Splatoon universe is like kind of fake, especially because they kind of just kiss up to like Callie and Marie at the end. Specifically Marie. It's more on Marie's end. But they kiss up to them and they're like, oh, they're chill. They're like the boss now. So, like, Big Betrayal is them, like, really playing up the bit. It's them, like, absolutely playing up the bit of, like, how dare you, even for a second, consider collabing with those sisters? Big man, we should have your head on a plate. And it's also a fucking banger. Oh my god, I have to wait 10 minutes? Oh my god. I have to wait 10 minutes? Okay. Oh, that's enough time to figure out the OBS stuff, I guess. So why is my notifs not working properly? I know they're not connected to chat, because chat is through Stream Elements. Okay, wait, so I do have Streamlabs connected. I can see the tab where it is. Let me rename that so it's easier. I will also try to replay the sound bites. Why is Streamlabs not working? Maybe it's been too long since I last logged in? I don't know. You can't do a mass fart. Don't do that. Dude, the Yakuza stream last night peaked at 13 viewers. That's pretty good for a Yakuza stream. Those are usually, like, pretty low key. So 13 viewers is quite a bit. I'm very surprised by that. How do I replay notifs in Streamlabs? I know you could do it in Stream Elements. I would be surprised if you can't do it in Streamlabs.
Mickey! It's Riku! They put bugs in him!
What?
Well, I figured out how to get Kevin to show up. So wait, I guess it does work now. I guess I figured it out. They put bugs in him. What? Two of them did play? Yeah, but it wasn't the two that I was using earlier. Fuck, how do I get notifications to play again? That's like the big one. I want to be able to do that. Oh, recent events. Wait. Okay, here we go. There we go. There we go.
Mickey! It's Riku! They put bugs in him!
What?
Okay. That was Will's notification.
Mickey!
I didn't even see
It's
that
Riku.
D
They put bugs in
resub.
him.
That's
What?
my bad. Thank you, D, for the resub as well for 12 months. I apologize that I did not read that earlier.
Mickey! It's Riku! They put bugs in him!
What?
Okay, everybody. Motherfucker Morgan has finally fixed her stream notifications. So now we can play Splatoon, right? No. That took 4 minutes. Honestly, that's faster than I thought it would be. Well, Wario64 has been putting out notifications for, like, cheap Switch games going up on Amazon. I guess because Amazon is, like, chill with Nintendo again. There's been a lot more of those. Oh, Luigi Must Resist. There you go. Hope you enjoy him. I'll put him... Honestly, you're gonna get a long Luigi Must Resist. I could take him off the screen at any point, but since I can't play the game right now anyways, he can be up for a little bit. Yeah, Wario64 has been putting up. Yeah, Luigi Must Resist is manual. Because I haven't figured out how to do the alert in a way where it, like, pops up on the whole screen. I would probably have to make a whole nother, like, alert for Luigi Must Resist specifically. And I don't feel like setting that up right now. Because I'm lazy. So I'd rather just do Luigi Must Resist manually because it's funny. I mean, a lot of the redeems are manual, except for the ones that are, like, alerts. Like, obviously you guys know that, like, any of the ones that affect my PNG tuber, those are all manual. I don't even have, like, buttons that I can press to do those changes. I actually just have to, like, open up the PNG tuber software and, like, do it myself. Which is also why I just forget. What was I saying before, though? Cheap Switch games on Amazon. I got the Yu-Gi-Oh! Collection. Because, you know, I'd like to... I think it would be interesting. I like the old Pokemon trading card game, video game, so I feel like I probably could get into, like, an old Yu-Gi-Oh! Video game. You know, it's obviously, like, a very different card game, but playing it in, like, that more, like, pure, simplistic state before, like, all the power creep and all the crazy cards that they add over the years. Like, yeah, they probably have some, like, fucked up, like, busted cards early on. Like, I know Pot of Greed, which lets you draw 2 additional cards, was, like, a problem. But, I don't know, what if Pot of Greed isn't even in the game? So it probably wouldn't even matter. But I got it for, like, 20 bucks, which, for the amount of games that they include, that's like a fucking bargain. Dude, looking at the back of the box art for this game, there's, like, fucking, like, 15 games. And, like, they're all, like, card games, so I can't imagine they're, like, super quick, like, one-and-dones, like, couple-hour experiences. And even if they are, that's still, like, you know, 15 games times 2 hours, that's like 30 hours. And I very much doubt that you're only getting 30 hours out of Yu-Gi-Oh! You know, if you're a big Yu-Gi-Oh! Fan. But it's cool, though. It also came with a Yu-Gi-Oh! Card, which people were saying, like, oh, the Yu-Gi-Oh! Card, it's so expensive that you'll practically get the game for free. And it's like, that could be true. I don't know how rare Harpy's Feather Duster is. You know, I don't know what the value of that card is. You know, if someone wants to look it up, you can. Maybe that is like a $20 card. But it's like, I don't know, I don't give that much of a shit. I'm not just gonna sell a card. Because, like, if it's, like... Oh, yeah, honestly, even thinking about it in, like, a business sense, like, oh, the trading card craze, it's like, well, yeah, but it'll probably be more expensive in, like, 10, 20 years, right? Like, these cards, like, yeah, they can spike up in value, but, like, usually the big changes comes when people start getting nostalgic for a card. Nostalgia plays a big factor in things getting more expensive, you know? But yeah, I definitely want to try this at some point. I was hoping my copy of Patapon would come in, because I want to play Patapon. I've been told, well, not directly, but I've been seeing on my Blue Sky feed that Patapon 1 is quite bad, but Patapon 2 is really good. So I'll probably just play Patapon 2 and have fun with that. That'll be like my, like, at least I'm hoping it can be my little game before Donkey Kong, but it might not show up for a few days, so who knows. Can I play Splatoon now? I have to wait one more minute. Fuck! Donkey Kong House? Donkey Kong House, but at Mansion? What game is that? Which one? Patapon? Or Yu-Gi-Oh? Patapon? Oh, it was like the old weird, like, PSP rhythm game. Apparently the Patapon port came out, because I saw someone on my feed was streaming it. I don't know, I guess they could have been streaming the, like, PSP version. But you just didn't hear what they were? Okay, okay. Can I play Squid now? Can we play a game called Squids, and I always win? You put my Tamagotchi Life Mario Kart 8 results on Mario Kart 8 Wii U. That's fucking awesome. I didn't see that. Hold on, I need to look into this. Mario Kart 8 Wii U. That's a pretty good post. I love the idea of using, like, Tamagotchi, like, fucking Judgment Bay as, like, an encapsulation of society. Honestly, that's the fun part of Tamagotchi Life is, like, projection. And you might say, like, oh, that's not a part of the game, though. And it's like, dude, Tamagotchi Life is more of a role-playing game than any other video game. But you're not the one playing the role. You're coming up with roles for all your stupid, fucked up memes. Like, you're deciding this is, like, genuinely what the me believes in. This is how they experience the world. Their words, their thoughts, they all mean something. You've assumed everything announced in that direct was coming out in 2026. You just opened your Switch 2 to a news article saying it was. It's The Sims, more about interpersonal relations and wackiness and less life sim. Yeah. Yeah. And it's like, it really is part of the experience, is like, what you project onto the game. You know, it's like, it's a little weird, because a lot of video games don't ask you to interact in that way. Like, you could say, like, yeah, any piece of art asks you to project a piece of yourself onto it. But, like, Tamagotchi Life especially, like, with stuff like Quirky Questions and, like, Judgment Bay, that's, like, explicitly, like, you're projecting, like, thoughts and opinions on these guys. Yeah, I think the randomness is a part of the appeal. And I think that's why the game has had lasting appeal. Because it's like, you can't play Tamagotchi and predict what will happen. Like, yeah, the same things will happen. You know, Miis will get into relationships. Miis will, you know, fight. They'll get rejected. They'll work jobs, etc., etc. But you can't predict what they'll be doing specifically. You can't, like, force them to do one thing or the other. You can push them in directions sometimes, but... Also, I'm with you, Ryan. I'm with you. That's kind of how I feel. And yeah, Miitopia is also like that, but an RPG. I think Miitopia is a little more traditional in that sense. Like, Miitopia very much like... You know, the projection aspect is part of the appeal of, like, especially a lot of early RPGs. Like, a lot of early RPGs, like, will intentionally, like, you know, not tell you too much about the characters or whatever, or give them, like, random this or that. I have a surprise for you guys. Sorry. I just remembered this. But I have a surprise for you guys. We have a special guest tonight. Fuck! Shiver's team just won a 100 times battle. Where's my face cam? I don't know what the fuck that image was that just flashed. I really hope that wasn't, like, me naked. Anyways, this is my animal. I have a my animal in my house. It's so big. It's not that big. I mean, compare it to Testament. I guess it's, like, as tall as Testament. If you're not accounting for the hat. Is that an item label original? No, it is not. That is from my friend Serpy. And I'm very happy about it. It's awesome, it's cute, it's sweet. We're playing with Splat, baby. It's a very item label core. Honestly, if item label hired my friend Serpy, that would be dope. I don't really have any of the item label stuff. I did get added in a post about a sucklet named Fucklet, due to my funny ducklet named Fucklet. Yeah, Jen has sucklet. I think part of the reason that, like, I don't currently own anything item label, and I think they've, like, apologized for this since then, or at the very least just, like, flat out stop, is that I know one of the item label people got, like, into NFTs for a bit. I feel like most people did not talk about it, and it's, like, whatever. It's whatever, you know? The NFT era is behind us now. I'm willing to let bygones be bygones. But I remember that. I remember that and being like, what the hell? At least I didn't crash out like Yukino Joe. When Yukino Joe got called out for, like, making, like, NFTs, he like, crashed out, like, maybe harder than anybody has ever. Did they mint a sucklet? No, I think the NFTs were unrelated to item label, which I think is part of the reason, like, most people either didn't talk about it or flat out didn't know about it, because I do not believe that they, like, did anything specifically that was, like, an item label item. There would have been, like, riots in the street if they tried to mint a sucklet, honestly. Do you know how fucking betrayed, like, basically, like, 99% of all sucklet owners would be? And the, like, 1% are, like, insane people? Yeah, I don't know. Yukino Joe just went on, like, a crazy tirade. After, like, people got mad at him for doing NFTs. And it's like, now I, like, don't hear people talk about the guy at all. It's like, because he did all that shit, and because he crashed out in the way that he did, like, nobody gives a fuck about him anymore. Which is crazy, because he was, like, a decently big animator from, like, not, like, super early YouTube, but, like, I remember him doing a collab with, like, Ed's World back in the day, when fucking Ed Gould was still alive. That's like a decent amount of time ago. Ed Gould died, like, 13 years ago. So that's not, like, an insignificant amount of time. He has been around for a while. But it's just, like, once he did, like, the NFTs, like, that was the end of, like, his relevancy. At least his relevancy in, like, the circles I run in. I do remember watching quite a bit of Great the Show back in the day. We gotta get SpongeBob back is like, it's so hard not to quote that. It's just very quotable. Dude, I'm fucking it up for Big Man. They're gonna have to put me down. I'm using a Switch 2 Pro Controller too, so I'm like basically cheating. And I'm still losing. You know what, now I am a little curious what the guy is doing nowadays. Oh, the second result is Yukino Joe drama. Apparently he's still making Dog of Wisdom videos. He's actually making, like, an insane amount of Dog of Wisdom videos. He also made 30 videos called Israel Parody. One of the thumbnails of Israel Parody is Peter Griffin saying "aw sweet," a schizo thread. What are we doing here, lads? What are we doing here? I gotta get out of here. I gotta go. I gotta leave. I'm sorry to anybody in chat who thought better of me, but I will not be watching 30 videos of Israel Parody to try to figure out Yukino Joe's, like, opinions on the state of Israel. I do, like, there's just, like, a million things in the world that would be a better use of my time than figuring that out. I think, like, I don't know. I could get bitten by a rabid dog, and that would still be a better use of my time than watching all 30 episodes of Israel Parody. Can we watch Super Mario Logan? I didn't even watch Super Mario Logan when that dude was, like, relevant. Every time I hear about, like, Super Mario Logan from, like, you and, like, other people in our circle, I'm, like, convinced it's, like, a collective hallucination. I'm like, I literally never watched this shit in my life. I don't know who the fuck Jeffy is. I was watching shit like Cute Mario Brothers, man. I was in, like, heaven watching Cute Mario Brothers. You guys were, like, trudging through hell watching Super Mario Logan. Channel is bizarre to you because you associate it with like a 12-year-old playing with Mario toys in his background, and now he's a millionaire off of Jeffy puppet videos. And it's like the puppet videos just seem like it's him saying stuff to get a rise out of people. It seems like, oh haha, here's like a guy who's like a gay stereotype. Here's a guy who's like an African-American stereotype. It's lazy comedy. Okay. That was really cool. That's a really cool moment. Communication error has occurred. Yay! I love Splatoon! I love Splatoon! Oh, that's like my whole internet setup. So my FPS dipped quite a bit. No, that's okay. Am I allowed to play the game still? Yeah. Thank God. Thank God. Morgan gone? No, Morgan back. I'm like thinking about like Mario plush videos again, and I'm like, did I even watch anyone that wasn't like Cute Mario Brothers? I feel like by the time I discovered like Mario plush videos, I was like dangerously close to aging out of them. So like Cute Mario Brothers was like the first one I saw, and then it was also the last one I saw. Because I think I didn't discover that shit until, like, 2011, 2012. You know, I wasn't, like, an edgy teenager yet. I mean, I was, like, kind of edgy. I was pretty edgy as a 12-year-old, but, you know, I still had some child-like whimsy. As far as you're concerned, all Mario Bros are Cute Mario Bros. I'm gonna co-sign that, because that's the realest shit anyone's ever said in my chat. I'm not even gonna lie. That was beautiful. Like, I don't know, when did Super Mario Logan even, like, start uploading? Only Mario toy video you can remember by name is 25 Ways to Kill Yoshi. That sounds like an awesome vid. Missed out on so much YouTube culture because you literally only used to watch guys in the Runaway Guys Circle during middle school, early high school. I watched a lot of them too. But I feel like I did try to be, like, decently diverse in what I watched. And then, like, honestly, over the years, I've only gotten, like, more and more narrow until, like, maybe the past couple years where I, like, started to open up my YouTube watching it. Like, I feel like in, like, 2011, 2012, I was, like, subscribed to, like, everyone. I was subscribed to literally any fucking channel that was doing video games. I was subscribed to, like, Machinima. I was subscribed to, like, Rooster Teeth. I was subscribed to, like, Smosh and Smosh Games, Shut Up Cartoon, Ray William Johnson, and, like, his vlog channels and shit. Like, I was, like, decently tuned into, like, YouTube culture of, like, the late 2000s, early 2010s. But, like, very early 2010s. Like, I would say basically as soon as you get to Gangnam Style, that's when it starts to fall apart. And that's when I start to watch, like, more and more, like, specific YouTubers. Dude, I was also subscribed to Game Explain. I was subscribed to Game Explain for a long time. I don't think I actually unsubscribed from Game Explain until, like, Andre got called out for being, like, a shitty boss. Maybe I unsubscribed to them a little sooner, once, like, a lot of the old crew started leaving. I remember watching quite a bit of Game Explain, because I did like quite a few of the guys that were on there. You know, I like Derek, I like Ash, I like John. And I like the other guys they have on Good Vibes Gaming now. Good Vibes Gaming is literally just, like... It's just the replacement for Game Explain. It's like all the former guys are there, except for Andre, but, like, Andre is kind of a shitty guy. So why would you want to watch just Andre? I feel like if you were a Nintendo fan during the Wii U era, you borderline had to subscribe to them because nobody else wanted to watch. It's easy to forget that, like, before the Wii U era, like, Game Explain actually did make other kinds of videos. Like, like, Andre did, like, Portal and, like, Heavy Rain and, like, shit like that. Like, popular stuff that was coming out around the time. And then for some reason, I guess, like, maybe it's just where the views were, he just became, like, a Nintendo guy. He just became exclusively, like, a Nintendo guy. And it's like, you could argue, oh, but he played this one game, like, one time in the middle of all that. And it's like, yeah, but he made, like, one video on, like, fucking, like, Doom the Dark Ages. Meanwhile, he made, like, an entire Let's Play of fucking New Super Mario Bros. 2. When nobody else, reasonably in their mind, would do that. Like, he was showing you where all the gold coins were. Most people didn't want to do that shit. Because they fucking hated Nintendo. Like, I think it is something that is lost on, like, people who weren't, like, really tuned into YouTube during the Wii U era, and only really watched, like, Nintendo YouTubers, is that most YouTubers had a fucking sour impression of Nintendo. Like, there was a specific, like, period. Like, early gaming YouTube, a lot of guys who grew up on, like, the NES and, like, Super Nintendo, so obviously they were all, like, big Nintendo guys. Then, like, you know, you get past, like, I would say when you, like, get past, like, the Normal Boots, like, era, like, when Normal Boots was really popular, and then it was, like, everybody fucking, like, all the popular people fucking hated Nintendo, partially because Nintendo wouldn't fucking let them make videos on their games without being like, hey, join our asinine Nintendo Partner Program, or whatever the fuck it was called. And it was like, nobody wanted to do that shit, because, like, what, you were gonna suck up to the Big N during their fucking worst era for games? Nobody's gonna do that. Like, it would not have been a popular thing if they did it during the Switch era. I would say you would probably sell half as many Switches as you would if you did that. But, like, still, that would be more 3DSs than you sold. Still, which is really funny. Because nobody wanted to play Wii U games on YouTube. Nobody wanted to play 3DS games on YouTube. The only guys who did it were guys who were, like, either, like, old heads. They were already doing Nintendo videos for years. Or they were just, like, I don't know, crazy. I did miss out on a lot of early Mega 64. I'm like, and I would still say that these days I'm not like super familiar with a lot of the Mega 64 catalog. But I think they're cool. I think they're cool. I hope Rocco stops being blonde soon, though. Really do not think it can be stressed enough how the Switch was such a cultural shift for Nintendo in the general eyes. Literally, though. It, like, washed away the taste of, like, the entire Wii U and 3DS era. And when you have, like, people being nostalgic for that specific era, it's like, they literally don't know about the partner program. They literally don't know how bad it was. But here's the thing about Rocco going blonde. He went blonde because he played Geese Howard in, like, a Mega 64 Fatal Fury, like, sponsored bit they did. But he's been blonde since that skit, and that skit was, like, 3 months ago. That, like, blonde hair dye, or, like, maybe he just bleached his hair. I don't know. That shit has not come out fully. He's still, like... He's got, like, some of his old hair back, but he's still, like, pretty distinctly blonde. At least from the last video I saw, which... I don't know if it was to a T or the video they did after, but I don't remember the chronology of Mega 64. And honestly, with Mega 64, I hope they get the bag. You know, I'm not gonna play, like, the new Fatal Fury game, but all that Mega 64 got paid good enough to talk about the new Fatal Fury game, or, like, do a skit on it, I mean. Just like how I hope Scott the Woz is getting paid good to, fucking talk about Gex, because Limited Run Games paid him. Also, hi!
Hi.
But do I not have the Fugi up? Where's my Fugi? Have you joined a team yet?
I have not.
Join Big Man's team so you can play with me. I can't find my Fugi tech.
Oh. Is this my first time playing Splatoon on this thing?
It might be. You'll have to get used to the motion controls being more accurate.
Oh, I don't like how smooth it is. It's kind of gross.
It's kind of fucked up. 60 FPS newscast is, like, crazy. Although it's funny thinking about, like, how the fuck couldn't they get that to be 60 FPS in the first place? What is so technically demanding about the Splatcast specifically?
Big man.
True. You know what? You're right. You're right. 1 million polygons in one big man. What if you woke up and found out that Big Man has more polygons in him than Cloud Strife in Final Fantasy VII Rebirth?
That'd be funny.
How many polygons is on Cloud? Or like triangles, I guess. It was like 200,000 something. It was like a lot. He's a very detailed guy.
I have no idea. Let's see. Splatfest friends. Oh, sorry if you hear my fan. It's hot.
That's alright. It's alright. Connection is unstable. Stop! Stop! We're literally about to finish the game. Don't say that shit. Communication error has occurred! The game ended in 3 seconds! What the fuck is going on?
Classic Splatoon moment.
I'm getting pissed off. This is like the fucking, like, 5th connection error I've had tonight. It's been fucking dire.
You're gonna have to leave the room so I could join.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I could do that after this match. Honestly, I think a big thing also about, like... Thinking about, like, the Switch's success as, like, a brand is, like... It came out at, like, a specific time where it's, like... It came out, like, 13 years after the DS and 11 years after the Wii. So it was just, like, it was prime time for all the people who grew up playing, like, DS and Wii to have, like, grown up. And, like, you know, not everybody was, like, an adult. I wasn't an adult when the Switch era started, but I was, like, 17. I like games. So I was like, yeah, you know what, this Nintendo Switch looks good. Well, no, actually, that's not true. When I first heard about the Nintendo Switch, I thought it would be bad. That was back when it was rumored to be the NX. And I think part of the reason I thought it would be really bad is because I was like, oh, I can't really afford, like, another console. But then my parents helped me get one anyways. And that was really nice of them. I did not make them do the same thing for the Switch 2, because I had a disposable income. But they helped me get a Switch 1, which was nice. You know, I sold off, like, a decent amount of my, like, DS and Wii stuff to be able to afford it. But they helped out a little bit. I know my mom straight up bought Mario Kart 8 for me. Switch Original came out the month you turned 18. God, yeah. Like, it really was, like, us kids who grew up on, like, the DS and the Wii, like, that was the other point where Nintendo was at their biggest. And we were just like, oh, wait, like, this could be cool, though. This, like, idea of, like, combine... Like, it was basically, like... The pitch they were giving us is that they combined the DS and the Wii to make a home console mobile hybrid. And I mean, honestly, I feel like that's more true when you consider how much the DS and Wii kiddies have been pandered to.
I love the DS.
I do love the DS. I love the Wii as well.
I should probably plug in my Wii to see if it still works at some point.
I still need to get a Wii that has GameCube support, because I currently do not have one. And my GameCube does not work currently, which is very sad.
I wonder how much RE4 on the Wii costs.
It's not that much. Because it, like, sold decently, and it's like, you know... It's not an HD version of the game.
The first listing I see is $7.
Wii U felt like the final era was pushing hard for NES nostalgia. Kind of funny how hard they shifted to N64, GameCube, Wii nostalgia the second Switch started. I mean, it wasn't a drastic shift. They were still relying a bit too much on NES nostalgia. Let us not forget, for an entire year of the Switch's life, they expected you to be okay with paying for online now because, look, guys, you have NES games. Wait, but you can play fucking ice hockey from the NES. And it's like, dude, what are we doing here? I do think that they did shift to N64 GameCube nostalgia over time. Like, I mean, once you get into, like, the 2020s, they definitely, like, hard shifted to that. You had shit like Super Mario 3D All-Stars, you had the Pikmin 1 and 2 ports, you had, like, Metroid Prime Remastered, you had a new Mario and Luigi game, you had Nintendo Switch Sports. There's definitely more examples of it. I mean, they eventually added, like, N64 and GameCube to NSO, albeit, like, much later than NES. Honestly, though, Super Mario Odyssey is actually probably the earliest example, because they were really, really pushing for, like, Mario Odyssey to be like, yeah, this is our next sandbox game, you know? We haven't had a sandbox Mario game since 64 and Sunshine. This is, like, continuing that legacy specifically. Metroid Prime Remastered did not get a Switch 2 upgrade. I don't know if they will do one. Maybe when we get closer to Metroid Prime 4 being out.
To play Metroid Prime. Oh, oops.
My
goofy very tiny.
My goofy ass gonna buy Metroid Prime 4 and then not play it? That's not true. I'll try it. But I don't know if I'll beat it. I'm, like, weird when it comes to Metroid. Odyssey nostalgia baited the hell out of me and it worked. Yeah, I mean...
Odyssey was fun.
Yeah, Odyssey is fun, and I mean, it was crazy getting to the end of that game and then seeing, like, they had the Mushroom Kingdom from Mario 64. Like, that was like, whoa, holy shit! Also, funny example of them nostalgia baiting people. I mean, you could say this was always the case for the 9-volt micro games, because it's true. It is funny how WarioWare Move It has a micro game boss specifically based on Super Mario 64 DS. That's true, they had the Mario Sunshine outfit. I forgot about that. I forgot that was post-launch, to be honest. Wonder if Metroid Prime 4 will have online multiplayer to it? I don't know. I will say, if there's anything I can say about, like, Nintendo in a genuinely positive way, it's that they kinda just let retro studios continue to exist, even though, realistically, they were barely making any money off of the studio for the past, like, 11 years since Tropical Freeze came out. Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze is still Retro Studios' most recent game, but Nintendo was never, like, they never, like, shuttered Retro Studios. They were never like, you're useless to us, goodbye. Retro Studios, like, still exists. And now they're making, like, what could be, like, potentially their most critically acclaimed game of the year. You know, we're gonna have to see. But, I mean, they did good work on the other Metroid Prime games. I mean, Metroid Prime 1 was considered to be one of the greatest video games of all time when it came out.
Damn it.
Funniest thing about Odyssey's post-launch is Luigi wasn't in the game at all at launch. Yeah, but then we got Luigi's Balloon World. I mean, I liked his cute bow tie. It was very awesome to see him with the cute bow tie. But like, who the fuck cared about Luigi's Balloon World? It was like a fun distraction, but it wasn't like, I don't know, I wasn't like crazy about Luigi's Balloon World. Especially because pretty quickly, people already found out ways to like cheese out of bounds and be like, good luck getting the balloon, idiot.
Dang it. Got hit by the splat bomb.
K rules Balloon World. Dude. I can't believe we're only a few days away from Donkey Kong Bonanza. Next week, I'm gonna be streaming a lot, because I want to get in my usual Mario Kart and Tamagotchi streams. I also want to see if I can fit in a Yakuza stream before Donkey Kong comes out. So, like, honestly, you might get, like, 5 streams from me next week. I usually, like, stick to, like, 3 or 4, but next week, I might have to make a special exception. Because I have so much shit I want to do, especially with Donkey Kong being out.
Somehow the text in this game looks even worse on the Switch too. What did they do? It's like crunchy looking.
DK broke street date, so you hope no one's prepping that all boss fights ending thumbnail. I mean, we might be a little safe depending on who gets their hands on DK Bonanza. Because I know right now Switch 2 emulation is not, like, a thing. Part of the reason, like, a lot of Switch 1 games got, like, as, like, extensive coverage, like, days before they came out is because, like, you know, we had Switch 1 emulation already. We don't have Switch 2 emulation yet. Tiki Tong final boss leak. Hashtag true. I'm very excited for Donkey Kong, though. That game is gonna be dope.
Oh my... Wait. Is this Arch and Underpass?
It might be. I think this is.
Oh, I missed her so much.
When you get to the final world and the final boss is Lord Frederick riding Tiki Tong. Wait. They're bringing the soul back. Honestly, one of the things I'm looking forward to with DK Bonanza is that it'll be nice to see, like, a different take on Donkey Kong. Which I guess when I say it out loud is, like, obvious, but it's like, I'm kind of glad we're getting another Donkey Kong game that isn't just Donkey Kong Country. You know what I mean? Because I love Donkey Kong Country. Tropical Freeze is a really hard act to follow up on. You know what I mean? Tropical Freeze is, like, straight up considered one of the best 2D platformers to ever come out. And it's like, I feel like just a straight follow-up to that would not garner the same amount of excitement or praise. Even if the third installment was, like, really good still. Like, you know, everybody, like, most people consider DKC 3 the weakest of the Donkey Kong Country trilogy. And I'm not saying everyone. You know, there's gonna be some people who are like, oh, DKC 3 is my favorite one. Like, listen, I hear you. I know you exist. But, like, there's a reason that one is, like, generally the least well-liked of the 3. Yeah, I think it was a smart direction to go in, is to do something different. Wait, Tropical Freeze is good? V, Tropical Freeze is not just good, it's like straight up one of the best video games ever. Donkey Kong Country as a series is full of bangers. Even like the worst Donkey Kong Country game is probably like an 8 out of 10.
Oh, this person knows.
Like, I don't love Donkey Kong Country Returns or Donkey Kong Country 3, but I would probably still say, like, yeah, those are like 8 out of 10 video games. Those games are still really good. DKC 3 haters can't handle the raw Kiddy Kong aura. You thought people hated DK Tropical Freeze? To be fair, you might have gotten that impression because back in the day, there was like a general distaste from it from like general audiences because people really wanted like another Metroid Prime game. And it's not even that another Metroid Prime game would have done better than a new DKC game, but like Metroid Prime was considered like one of the best games of all time when it came out. So people were really itching for more Metroid Prime, especially because like 3 was like 7 years before Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze. So when Tropical Freeze was coming out, Tropical Freeze also had the disadvantage of being a 2D platformer on the Wii U. And yeah, it is true that the original Donkey Kong Country and even Donkey Kong Country 2 were considered some of the greatest games of all time when they came out. But that time was much longer ago than Metroid Prime. What was I saying? For some reason, during the Wii U and 3DS era, despite one of their consoles being named the 3DS, they were going fucking absolutely crazy with 2D platformers. Like, and this is not like a niche phenomenon. Most people who, like, followed that generation, like, all complained, like, there are way too many 2D games on these systems. You had New Super Mario Bros. 2 and New Super Mario Bros. U. You had Yoshi's New Island and Yoshi's Woolly World. You had fucking Tropical Freeze. You had Rayman Legends. You had fucking Hey Pikmin. You had Chibi Robo Ziplash.
Oh, is this a mirror match?
Oh, it might be. It might be.
I hate this stage also.
I understand, I understand.
This, like, thing in the middle is just awful.
New Super Mario Bros. U and New Super Mario Bros. 2 launching the same year was genuinely insane. And, like, it's insane in hindsight, but if you were, like, I don't know, if you were Nintendo in 2012, you could kind of understand why they did it. Because New Super Mario Bros. DS and New Super Mario Bros. Wii were, like, such obvious slam dunks at the time they came out. But it's like, they were slam dunks because they were novel. Like, it was like, oh my god, we haven't gotten a new Mario game in, like, a new 2D Mario in, like, 15 years. And then when New Super Mario Bros. Wii dropped, it was like, oh, we haven't gotten a multiplayer Mario game before. And then, like, what the fuck was the new thing about New Super Mario Bros. 2 and New Super Mario Bros. U? Oh, in New Super Mario Bros. 2, you collect a lot of coins. Like... And this is coming from someone who likes New Super Mario Bros. 2. I like that game. I like New Super Mario Bros. U as well. But there's, like, no hook for anybody who's not just like, oh, I just want to play a new Mario game. If you are not someone who's just like, oh, I'll just play a new Mario game, you're not gonna give a shit about coins. What kind of fucking gimmick is that? That's like if you played a Sonic game and they were like, and the new gimmick, ladies and gentlemen, is that we have a lot of rings. It's like, what are you talking about?
Collect my rings.
Literally. I think New Super Mario Bros. 2 is a brilliant work of satire. That's like fucking real. That's fucking true. Love that your banter playstyle is genuinely great for Twerk 4. I appreciate you saying so. I think, like, honestly, the Splatoon streams are some of the best banter you can get on this stream. If I became, like, exclusively, like, a Splatoon tuber, I would probably, like, I don't know, I would probably be a much more successful banterer.
I don't know how I got that person, but I'm not going to question it.
I have not seen the new Soup U trailer recently, but that makes sense to me. I think I remember that. They're just like walking during the trailer. It's like, why? Nobody plays the games like that. They've had run features since Super Mario Bros. 1. Brother, people have been running since the 80s. People have been running in the 90s, dude. They had a whole song about it. It doesn't make any sense. And, like, I think, going back to Tropical Freeze, I think Tropical Freeze is partly a victim of this, because Donkey Kong Country Returns, as good of a game as that is like, new Super Mario Bros. Donkey Kong. I would say it's a cut above New Super Mario Bros. In terms of, like, aesthetics and stuff, but Donkey Kong Country Returns is, like, it's a very safe game. It's a very safe game. It's like, yeah, if you were going to bring back the Donkey Kong brand, and you don't really want to get too crazy with it, this is how you would do it.
Oh,
so, like,
I just realized.
I think a lot of people were kind of expecting that same level, where it was like, it's good, but, you know, it's kind of like generic Donkey Kong, and I would say Tropical Freeze is anything but generic. Like, Tropical Freeze is like, yeah, it has a very similar visual style to Returns, but it has so much more of its own, like, unique personality. And, I mean, it has beautiful levels, it has amazing level design. It's a good fucking game, and it's got good boss fights, too! Which, how many 2D platformers have genuinely, like, good boss fights? Do they take a little long? Yeah, but it's, like, damn good. It's damn good. We won. Tropical Freeze's ability to meld visuals into level design is absurd. Literally, though. Like, Tropical Freeze definitely got a lot of shit in its time. You know, when that game first came out, a lot of people were kind of sour on it. And it even kind of reflected in the reviews. Like, Tropical Freeze on Switch has a better Metacritic score than Tropical Freeze on the Wii U, which is insane to think about when you consider it's more expensive than it was on Wii U, and also the only thing they added was Funky Kong. So it wasn't because of the fucking value of the port. Nobody was giving Tropical Freeze higher scores because they genuinely believed it was, like, this impeccable port job that's, like, such a great value. They were doing that because Tropical Freeze is a fucking good video game.
Big Betrayal.
I love Big Betrayal.
It's a good song.
Funky Kong alone adds $40 to the value. True. It's kind of a shame we never got, like, a Nintendo Selects for, like, the Switch. Because it's like, yeah, you can find some cheap Switch games, but it's not a lot of them. Like, especially when you're looking for, like, cheap first-party Nintendo games. Like, you know, everybody makes the joke, like, Nintendo never puts their games on sale. Right? If you look elsewhere on the internet, you can find some of the games for cheaper. Like, Splatoon 2 is a game that goes surprisingly cheap. I saw Splatoon 2 at a GameStop for $20.
I guess because of Splatoon 3.
Yeah, I guess, like, Splatoon 3 just, like, kind of utterly replaced it. But, like, dude, with Splatoon 2, you still get that single-player campaign. Plus, if you really want to, you could also buy Octo Expansion, and that would still be cheaper than buying a copy of Splatoon 3.
Are those dualies?
And I mean, I'm sure there are people still playing Splatoon 2. Like, you know, not everybody made the jump over. Splatoon 3 has sold slightly less than Splatoon 2. And it's like, you know.
I think most of the people in ranked probably switched over to 2. I mean to 3.
Mm-hmm.
Ranked was empty last time I played it.
That makes sense. I feel like if you're someone who wanted to play Splatoon competitively, you would switch over to the newest game. Like, that's why, like, VGC players, like, play all the latest Pokemon games, because it's like, well, I'm not going to be left behind. What, am I going to play old years of VGC? People don't do that. That's insane.
Oh, brother. Wait, this is a mirror match. What am I worried about?
Yeah, wait, we're good. We're definitely not gonna get a Nintendo Selects type deal on Switch 2, because, like, we got, like, $70 and $80 games now. You'll probably... The cheapest method of getting a lot of these games is gonna be, like, bundles. You thought Big Yellow only does Gen 3 and before? Big Yellow is not a VGC player. Also, VGC didn't exist until Gen 4. Big Yellow covers Smogon. Smogon is the fan community. Sorry, I think I sounded, like, more rude than I meant to. I was just, you know, I was Tumblr explaining you a thing. I was teaching you something.
Get this person. Get Janice. You're so fast.
Drag X Drive is only $20, so you hope they do some more smart selective pricing this gen. I hope their old ports of games don't start being $70. Because it's already ridiculous that a lot of them were $60. Like, fucking Luigi's Mansion 2 HD being a $60 game that I paid for. I might as well be wearing a giant collar on my shirt that has the word sucker on them. Not even anything cute, not even anything that's like, oh, haha. It's like, no, I'm just wearing a collar on my neck that says sucker. Because I bought Luigi's Mansion 2 HD for fucking $60. I don't even like that game! I played it and I was like, this shit's kinda ass. But Luigi is cute. I like Luigi. He's a charming individual in this game. But I don't like his game particularly. Like, honestly, if I ever get to a point where I'm, like, selling off my collection, which I'm not at that point yet. I'm only 25 years old. Give me, like, another, like, 10 years. Fucking... Luigi's Mansion 2 HD is the first one that goes. And I'm only, like, half joking about that. I would sooner keep, like, Everybody 1-2 Switch and, like, fucking Hello Neighbor and shit before I sold, what don't I like about it? I don't know, it's just, like, frustrating. It was just, like, a frustrating game for me. It's, like, I just played it, and, like, I kept getting annoyed, and, like, puzzles were, like, too confusing for me. And, like, maybe I'm stupid. I'm willing to accept that I might be too stupid to appreciate the nuance of Luigi's Mansion 2. But I did not have fun playing it. Which is weird, because I had a lot of fun playing Luigi's Mansion 3. And Luigi's Mansion 3 is, like, built from the same DNA. But there was something about it that just, like, resonated with me more. If a new Mario sports game drops at $70 and they're being built, like, the same amount of stuff to do on the Switch ones, you'd feel like a genuine sucker buying it. Yeah. Yeah. I did not buy Mario Tennis Aces with my own money, so I don't feel ripped off about that, even though, like, because I didn't buy it. I got that for, like, Christmas. Mario Golf and Mario Strikers Battle League I did buy on my own. Mario Golf I don't regret. I wouldn't say it's a great game. Like, Mario Golf Super Rush is not, like, an amazing game. It's It's kind of a sterile golf game. There's, like, some cute courses, and by the end of the, like, updates, I was like, yeah, there's, like, a decent amount of courses in this game, even if some of them are, like, kind of bland. But I had fun with it. I even, like, did multiple streams of it. Because I had fun playing it. Mario Strikers Battle League was, like... I played the demo, and I was like, oh wow, this game seems really good. And I bet the full game is gonna have, like, crazy amount of stuff. Because, you know, that shit was next level games. It wasn't Camelot doing it. So I was like, oh, I had higher expectations for a next level game, because, like, again, I really liked Luigi's Mansion 3. And then, like, Mario Strikers Battle League is, like, you play the demo, you played the whole game. There's actually, like, literally nothing else to it. Like, oh, but you unlock, like, outfits for your characters. And it's like, dude, why would I give a fuck if Luigi's wearing, like, a suit of armor instead of, like, a soccer uniform? Not even, like, a cool-looking suit of armor. Honestly, though, Battle League really is. It's just the original Mario Strikers again. After playing the original Mario Strikers, anybody who tells you, like, oh, Battle League is worse than that game is, like, insane. It's like, no, those two games are the same. They're literally the same video game. And yeah, you should give Battle League some shit for being the same as a GameCube game. But if you're gonna gas up Mario Strikers the original, like, you're crazy. Don't lie to me. Alright? Don't fucking lie to me. That shit is like, that's your cousin. That's your twin.
I haven't really played any of the Mario sports games. Except for, like, the Olympic games, I guess.
Oh, I like those ones. Which is very funny to say after I said, like, I don't really like this Mario Strikers thing. Oh yeah, but I love when Mario and Sonic fuck around at the Olympics. I was a wee baby. I'm sorry.
It's better because Sonic is there.
Wait, that's true. That's actually facts.
I can't believe they gave up on the franchise in favor of NFTs.
The fucking Olympic Committee. Going out of their way to destroy Mario and Sonic. You know what's fucking crazy? The new Mario and Sonic game that they dropped on the Switch is probably the best Mario sports game on the system. Like, I would sooner tell people to buy Mario and Sonic at the Olympics than I would, like, Mario Golf or Mario Strikers. But Nintendo Switch Sports is better than all of them. Don't forget.
I need to get that game still.
It's good. Dude, if you get it, I'll play it with you. I'll hop back in. I haven't hopped back in for a bit. Mario Strikers Charged might be good. That might be the hidden gem of the Mario Strikers series. Not really the hidden gem, because it's like the most popular one. But I've heard that one has more meat to its bone. But people could be lying about that. They could just really like the animation where Daisy puts her finger on her ass and smoke comes off of it. That might just be it.
I am glad that we're getting a spin-off Splatoon game instead of Splatoon 4.
Yeah. I think it's good to keep Splatoon 3 around for a little longer.
Yeah.
Because it's like, they're never going to make, like, an insane shift to the Splatoon series, but I do think they have to come up with, like, some kind of twist that's really going to, like, make people be like, oh my god, wait, I gotta get the fourth Splatoon now.
Let's see if I can get this person. Stop attacking me! Stop attacking me! Stop attacking me! Stop attacking me!
Like, listen, Splatoon 2 came out before, like, at a time where, like, not a lot of people had a Switch yet. Splatoon 3 came out when a lot of people had Switches. And now you're kind of restarting back to 0 with Splatoon 4, but so many people had a Switch that there's a good chance that if they wanted to play Splatoon, they would've. And, like, dude, you're gonna have to try to convince the non-believers. You're gonna have to try to convince the people who are believers to, like, get a 4th Splatoon game. Because I feel like aside from the diehards, like, yeah, I'd probably get a Splatoon 4 even if it wasn't that crazy different. I wouldn't be over the moon about it. I was kind of not over the moon about getting Splatoon 3. I remember being kind of down on this game around when it came out. But over time, I've come to appreciate Splatoon 3 more. It doesn't.
Why did you jump that person?
It doesn't have Octo expansion though. I think Switch 2 is gonna have to shake a lot of series up. Mario Kart dev team basically said this is the reason they went the direction they did with World. Yeah, I feel like, you know, like, playing it kind of safe with a lot of games on Switch 1 made sense. But they can't really get away with that anymore. Because, like, everybody's gonna be like, well, why don't I just play my Switch 1 games? Because fucking everybody bought them. Switch games sold like fucking crazy. So, like, you can't just, like, play it safe anymore. Because, like, everybody already, like, knows the safe option. If they want to play it safe, they'll play the old fucking game. And, like, yeah, the Switch is, like, an 8-year-old console, but, like, 8 years is not really enough to start getting the nostalgia going. You can't, like, you can't just start a nostalgia cycle literally next generation. You gotta have at least some kind of gap.
What was that at the end? That was unfair. We go on!
Yes, dude! Whoever did that booyah bomb in the middle really saved our ass.
No, that wasn't a booyah bomb. That was my ink strike.
Oh, okay. Well, you saved our ass.
They were all after me. It was scary.
I think it's fairly lucky Donkey Kong is happening before Mario, because it's such a radical new concept you don't think Mario could do. Yeah, it's got a very distinct flair that makes a lot more sense for, like, a character like Donkey Kong.
#1 popular target? Yeah, I'm sure.
And, you know, it is nice to see Nintendo, like, genuinely respect Donkey Kong as, like, a big icon, instead of just, like, a Mario side character. Because, like, again, we were talking about Donkey Kong Country earlier. The Donkey Kong Country games on the SNES were fucking huge. Like, it is no exaggeration to say that, like, the original Donkey Kong Country is the reason Nintendo eventually won the war against Sega. Like, yeah, you could say Sega also made, like, kind of dopey financial decisions with stuff like the 32X and stuff, but, like, the SNES triumphed over the Genesis, at least in the US, you know. In the rest of the world, Nintendo kind of ruled the roost in general. But, you know, side tangent, video game history is complicated, etc., etc. But Donkey Kong Country basically was a big feather in their cap for the US market. It was really big. Everybody thought it was, like, the craziest looking game when it came out. Even when, like, the PS1 was extremely close to coming out, like, Donkey Kong Country 2 was still, like, extremely popular. Because people were like, holy shit, you don't even need 32-bit graphics for this. This is just, like, this is the most insane, this is the greatest a video game will ever look. And on top of that, they were just good fucking games. Like, obviously, I think a lot of the unique visual identity of Donkey Kong Country is a big part of why I still love it. But it's also like, damn, those games are just good. And it's like, it's funny to say that they're, like, edgier than, like, the Mario stuff, Because it's like, you wouldn't, like, think of Donkey Kong as, like, particularly edgy, but it was like, you know, they went for a lot more, like, ambiance with the overworld. They went for a lot more, like, you know, like, kind of cartoonish designs, like shit you would see on, like, Nickelodeon. Like, Ren and Stimpy, like, real monsters type shit. Donkey Kong Country was huge back in the day. And honestly, like, Donkey Kong Country Returns also sold extremely well. All things considered. Like, I think that's, like, the second best-selling Donkey Kong Country game, only beaten by the original. Maybe it even beat the original, I don't know. I'm pretty sure it didn't, though. But, like, yeah, Donkey Kong was, like, a huge thing for them. And honestly, that's a big reason why losing Rareware was, like, so tough for them. Because Donkey Kong's identity around that time really was, like, so tied to Rare as a company. It is still kind of crazy that Nintendo just let Rare get bought out by Microsoft. Even if Rare was, like, not at the peak of their game at the time of the buyout, you know, a lot of those early Xbox games didn't really, like, do much for them. It was still like, dude, you're not even gonna, like, try to keep them around for, like, more Donkey Kong stuff? Nintendo series kind of ride or die by the fact if they have a dedicated dev team, and that was DK's huge problem for a bit. Yeah. And they, like, it had some new life under Retro for, like, a bit there. Dude, I fucking like Donkey Kong. I think it says more than anything that they kept trying to keep DK alive from studio to studio, which isn't something they offer a lot of series. Yeah, I mean, like, you know, in the past decade, we really haven't gotten much Donkey Kong stuff aside from, like, ports and stuff. But before that, they were, like, putting out a lot of, like, random DK spin-off material. Like, they had Donkey Konga, they had Donkey Kong Jungle Beat, they had fucking Donkey Kong Barrel Blast, which, you know, someone in the audience just went, I know that from a Mr. Scott the Wands. Kinda love that WarioWare isn't a huge seller, but it has a very dedicated dev team and they cost $5 to make, so they just keep making WarioWare. It is nice. It is nice.
Wait a second. Why is my game so zoomed in? What is going on? I have to adjust that in the Switch settings after the match. Maybe that's why things look a little off for me.
Well, wasn't that a thing with Rhythm Heaven also? Part of the reason we hadn't gotten, like, new Rhythm Heaven games for a while is just because, like, the main, like, lead of Rhythm Heaven was, like, sick or something like that. Like, I'm not a Rhythm Heaven fan, so I don't remember exactly what the circumstance was, but I know that's why we weren't getting Rhythm Heaven games. Rather than it just being like, oh, Rhythm Heaven doesn't sell. He was sick and couldn't do anything until very recently. That makes sense. That makes sense.
I played the first Rhythm Heaven game. It's really hard.
I can imagine. I wanna play the new Rhythm Heaven when that comes out. I don't think that's a stream game. Rhythm games tend to not be stream games, but could be fun. Could be fun. Do you think Nintendo was really hoping that Platinum Games could do more Star Fox and then nobody gave a shit about Star Fox Zero?
Is that the one that was on Wii U?
Yeah.
How did I live?
They should do Star Fox Zero again. Star Fox is like a fucking funny series. Star Fox is the like peaked in high school series. Like everybody loves Star Fox 64. And then like every other like Star Fox game is either controversial. I don't know if anybody would say, like, I don't know if there's a general consensus that any of them are straight up bad. I think it's literally just that, like, Star Fox 64 is, like, the only one that everybody agrees is good. And then the rest of it is like, man, it's a fucking toss-up.
Let me fix my Switch settings.
Get the sense Star Fox is something Miyamoto wants to be big, but he's so backed off from game dev now, no one else behind the scenes is pushing much for it now. Yeah, that makes sense to me.
Alright, there we go. I'm gonna make a new room. I'm late.
Well, I didn't even realize you left my room. Whoops.
Yeah, I had to fix my screen resolution. It was weird.
My bad, my bad. I will say, I do enjoy Star Fox 64. I think Star Fox 64 is a good game. But I feel like I probably wouldn't enjoy it enough to care. Have I seen the new Paws of Fury game that's been announced? What is Paws of Fury? Was that the subtitle? Wasn't that the subtitle to one of the Bubsy games? No, it was Bubsy Paws on Fire. Sorry. What is Paws of Fury? The Legend of Hank? I've never heard of this in my entire life. This might not even be the Paws of Fury you're talking about, because this is a movie. What is Paws of Fury? Paws of Fury is a movie from like 4 years ago that's an animated parody of Blazing Saddles. I see. They randomly announced a game for it this week.
The movie came out 3 years ago, actually.
Thank God we have a Paws of Fury scholar on call.
I'm just on Wikipedia.
It's kind of crazy to live in an era where we both get licensed games that are straight up considered some of the best games ever made, and also licensed games that are complete and utter dog. Like, just fucking terrible. Like, yeah, we have, like, Marvel's Spider-Man, one of the most critically acclaimed games of the past 10 years. Here's fucking Garfield Kart 2, bitch. Uzi, I'm excited. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm gonna play that new Garfield Kart. I don't even care if it's bad. It is my mission on this earth to ensure that they keep making the Garfield Kart video games. Yeah, the fucking Grinch game that came out. I was thinking of that one too.
Oh my god, I saw the trailer for the new Cat in the Hat movie last night when I was at the theater. It's very colorful.
It is colorful.
It hurt my eyes.
They need to stop making Dr. Seuss movies. I feel like they did good with, like, the animated shorts back when, like, Seuss was still alive. Those are, like, still good. You can still watch them today. It's like fucking Charlie Brown. You don't need to make new Charlie Brown stuff because the old Charlie Brown stuff is still, like, good. Garfield Part 2.
I don't think the animated movie is going to top that live-action Cat in the Hat movie we had in the early 2000s.
Dirty hoe. How did he say that? Garfield Kart 2 dropping the year of 3 huge mascot kart racers are so awesome. It's such a funny energy. It's literally like, who invited my man Garfield? Bro thinks he's part of the team. Garfield is gonna try to go up against fucking Mario, Sonic, and Kirby.
Oh yeah, Air Ride is coming out.
Yeah.
Or Riders, right?
Like, you might as well, like, tell Garfield to die. Never liked Illumination Grinch. They made him too smooth. Also, good night, Bitcoin. Thanks for hanging out. Have a good night. I didn't care for the Illumination Grinch when I saw it. I think it is, like, a very boring movie. Like, I think the Lorax is, like, not a good movie, but it's, like, weirdly entertaining, too. Like, it's kind of, like, so bad that it's good. Like, it's so...
How bad can it be?
Like, literally, though. Like, it's so stupid and, like, not self-aware. And you can also tell, based on, like, some of the behind-the-scenes stuff, they had, like, a greater vision for the movie that they just weren't able to do because it's an Illumination movie. So it's just kind of like a weird, stupid movie that feels, like, tone-deaf and doesn't really understand, like, what it was all about, the Lorax.
Now, I don't really remember much of the Lorax, and maybe that's because I watched it at 2 times speed, but... it was a movie.
Dude, I'm not even gonna lie, when I took a college class about, like, watching movies, I would watch the movies at 2 times speed. Partially because it was during COVID, and I was like, no, I have to optimize my video game time, fuck this. Yeah, Goodfellas, great movie. I've only ever seen Goodfellas at 2 times speed. Saw it in the theaters with a friend the week it came out and kept turning to her to explain why small details in the movie confirmed the Grinch leak. The Grinch leak was so fucking funny, dude. It's one of the funnier times online. Also, Vendy, I'm curious what this Nova game is. Is that, like... I mean, I know Sage is, like, a Sonic fan game thing. But I'm, like, curious what Nova is specifically.
Oh my god.
Yeah, the Lorax is, like, kind of a funny movie. It's not a good movie, but it's, like, a funny movie. Especially, yeah, because I have the context of, like, 2012 era Tumblr. So it's, like, even funnier to me. The Illumination Grinch, it doesn't have the sauce. It just feels like, oh yeah, I guess this is what Grinch would be like in modern day. Like, not very interesting.
Yeah. I think we lost. Yeah.
It's a platformer that stars a singing blue bug thing that's got friends, and also she can throw huge rocks at people. That's pretty dope. That's pretty dope. Damn, we got cooked that match.
You know, since we're getting Kirby Air Riders, what are the likelihoods that we're gonna get a new Kid Icarus game?
Sakurai, you know what to do. I think actually, and like, this might be an unsubstantiated rumor. I don't remember where I heard this, but apparently, like, people were saying that Sakurai was like, listen, I'll give you your Smash Brothers 6 if you give me that fucking pink puffball. Let me make another game with my boy.
Damn likely. Is that true?
Another $1 million to Big Betrayal.
Oh, I forgot I said I wanted to like change my weapon. Oh, it's gonna kill me.
It also killed me. Dude, it's Sonic! Sonic's my name, Speed's my game.
I used to do a decent Tails voice back a couple years ago.
Well, what's important is that we all did it together!
Oh, that's a dynamo roller. How did it get you? Oh.
Dude, if the Dragon Boss is cool enough, I could send that to Jen and they would smile.
Do you remember how scary the dynamo was in Splatoon 1?
I don't think I played enough Splatoon 1 back in the day to understand.
They used to like pop out of the ink like sharks. Like they still do
Oh
that,
yeah,
but it was
you
much
know what, I
worse
do
in
remember
one.
that.
Oh, brother.
Remember Attack Up?
Remember when they brought it back for no reason in Splatoon 2?
Yeah, but it's main power-up though, so it's different now, we promise.
They better not do that for this game, or else I'll be mad.
Well, they haven't done it yet, and they got like all the third kits out, so I can't imagine they would. I feel like they probably learned their lesson from Splatoon 2 and were like, no, let's not do that again. Let's not fuck with that.
I don't understand why they did that instead of just like rebalancing the weapons. Like, why does a charger need main power up for? I mean, damage up for? Look, the charger is a one-hit kill. Actually,
You know?
I think it's like increased range, but like still.
I wanted to give the Charger a little more walking around money. Oh, we got owned this match.
Yeah, they wouldn't let us out for like 2 minutes.
They had Sonic. It wasn't fair.
It's too fast for us.
Dude, I'm not even gonna lie. I am kind of excited for the new Sonic Racing game.
I keep seeing discourse about that between that and Mario Kart World.
It's so funny that we live in a world where the biggest video game discourse is about fucking baby kart racers. It's like we're all playing on the playground and we're arguing about this shit.
Meanwhile, I'm over here like, oh boy, 2 mascot kart racer games.
True shit. And I don't even have to pay for Ichiban and Miku.
True.
I mean, I guess I have to pay to buy the game, but I don't have to pay for them. Which is good, because the season pass includes, like, the Minecraft characters, and I'm not paying for that shit. I'm not giving Microsoft my money.
SpongeBob.
I fucking forgot that SpongeBob's in the game. Fuck, now I kind of hope they do the DLC individually so I can just buy SpongeBob.
Yeah.
I think it'd be really funny if I bought every DLC for that game except the Minecraft characters.
That was bad! That was foul! They had 2 reef sliders.
Like, here's something from today, and, like, my thing is, I acknowledge that Germa is, like, way too logged off to, not so much care about this kind of shit, but, like, understand it. Seeing Germa get sponsored by Activision to talk about Tony Hawk, I was, like, shaking my head. I was like, come on now. But it's like, what am I gonna do now? He already got paid by Microsoft.
Yeah. No. Kill.
It is a little crazy to announce your retirement and then take a sponsorship. That's kind of funny, though. I will admit.
Ooh. Jet. I don't remember how to count that. In a minute.
It's like being a detective and you get brought back for one last case.
Oh, I'm gonna die. Oh, we need to take over the center.
Oh, I got this, bro.
Well, I died.
Oh, I got this,
Our
bro.
base.
No, we
So
were
close.
close.
It was because they were in our base.
Fuck. Dude, wait. Should I get the Secret Neighbor plus Hello Neighbor, the neighborhood bundle? For $20 on Amazon?
I don't know.
It's got Secret Neighbor and Hello Engineer.
What the heck is Hello Engineer?
I don't know. I could find out though. We could keep our yearly tradition of playing Hello Neighbor games for Halloween.
What day is Halloween on anyway? Let's see. Oh nah, they got the splatter screen on the other team.
Okay, for a second, I did not realize you were referring to the days of the week, and I was like, fucking October 31st?
No, it's on a Friday.
Okay. I was so taken aback.
No, I want to know because I gotta go trick-or-treating. If it's on a Friday, that means I could stay a little longer with my nephew.
Hell yeah. I'm definitely, like, on Halloween gonna gather the ghouls and ghosts together to, play a shitty game and read creepypastas. As is yearly tradition. I fucking love the yearly creepypasta readings, dude.
My phone.
I can't believe they're making a Hello Neighbor 3. And I'm gonna have to play it. It's so funny, ever since I stopped doing super cool gaming in 2018, I've escaped, like, most, like, mascot horror properties except Hello Neighbor. Hello Neighbor never left, but that's because he's, like, the funniest one. Like, Hello Neighbor has, like, a pathetic mystique to him.
Okay, I'll be right back after this match.
Okay.
They tried to 2v1 me and still lost.
That's because they're ass.
Mickey! It's Riku! They put bugs in him!
What?
Thank you, Eve, for the resub. It's 16 months, thank you. Hope you're enjoying Splatoon like I enjoy the majesty of the wondrous horse. That's right. That's real as fuck. I do enjoy Splatoon like the majesty of a wondrous horse. We won! Team Land just won. No, stop! Every fucking notification we get from the news, it's like Team Land just took a big dub. And it's like, I don't want to hear about that. I want to think my team is winning. Yeah, Halloween's gonna be fun. I have to consider if I want to do anything special for, like, a September thing. You're not gonna get another Codename stream. I don't think another Codename stream is in the cards. That was something that ballooned into something truly much greater. But I don't think I want to do, like, another thing like that. I'm also thinking, like, damn, I still have, like, Tulip and Spore promised from those streams. So I gotta get to those before the end of the year. I don't want, like, Codename stream to be another stream I do where I raise money either for charity or for myself, in this case, myself, which is extra fucked up. And it just ends up like, oh, I never get to it. Though I will say, Mario Sunshine 100% is now closer than ever because I figured out the loophole. And that's that I might just do Super Mario Eclipse 100%. Because I watched Will play that, and I was like, dude, this shit looks fucking fire. You can play as El Piantissimo, or however the fuck you say his name. That shit looked awesome. I'm not even gonna lie. And it's gonna have co-op. I was literally like, Joan, we have to play this together. So it's probably gonna be like me and Joan playing through Super Mario Eclipse whenever the co-op update gets pushed for it. I do still need to play Super Mario Brothers: The Lost Levels. Piantissimo's awesome double jump move. It was, like, really awesome to see. And it looked like the movement in that pack was really fun. Which is great, because I don't really care about FLUDD movement. I know there's some ride or dies for FLUDD movement. I never played enough Sunshine to give a fuck about FLUDD movement. I think it's fine, it works, it does the job, but I don't know, like, I don't know the intricacies of FLUDD movement. You know, when they were hiring me at my job, they didn't ask me, how good are you at FLUDD movement? They didn't ask that, so I didn't feel the need to ever get good at it. Sent into the Pianta pit. Yeah, I saw the Pianta pit level where there's like a village underground. That shit looked dope. I was like, I didn't even know you could do this shit in Mario Sunshine. You can like make whole custom levels now? That's crazy. I don't even see, like, okay, that's not true. I was gonna say I don't see people doing that for Mario 64. That's definitely not true. Maybe in the modern day, people don't do it as much, but back in the day, like, yeah, a lot of people were making Mario 64 hacks. I'm honestly surprised with the output. I guess there's, like, B3313. That's, like, custom stuff, but I gotta be honest, that shit is like, negative interesting to me. I just don't give a fuck about E3. I, like, saw, like, a friend play it, and I saw one of the jump scares in, like, it, and I was like, this shit looks dumb as hell. And I feel bad, because I know a lot of people really like that hack. But it just, like, I don't know, it looked fucking stupid to me. Mario, like, I don't know, I guess part of it is that, like, Mario 64 is not a scary game to me. I would not, like, think about Mario 64 and be like, oh, that's like a kind of creepy game. That's like hashtag liminal, hashtag crazy space. That's not what I think about Mario 64 for. I think of Mario 64 as, like, a game that has, like, a really interesting, unique art style. And, like, has, like, really fun movement, and, like, kind of nailed the feel of, like, a 3D platformer in an era where nobody was really as bold as Nintendo when it came to that. Like, do I love the Crash Bandicoot trilogy? Absolutely. But the Crash Bandicoot trilogy are much more simplistic in their nature than Super Mario 64. They're like hallway simulators. There's a reason you can play them on like a fucking D-pad. But like Mario 64, man, that game is just like cool to me. So like, I don't know, the recent like revival of like Mario 64 as like this weird like analog horror game is like, it never like gelled with me. That's not the Mario 64 I know. Mario 64 isn't like a weird, creepy, like, oh, every copy is personalized, the Wario apparition, oh, anti-piracy, etc., etc. That shit, like, doesn't matter to me. That shit isn't interesting to me. I just see it and I'm like, this shit's kinda lame. And again, I know some people are into that kind of thing, so if that's you, I apologize. You know, I can't help the way I feel. It's how I earnestly feel about the whole situation, but I don't want you specifically to feel bad about it. It's just like, I don't know, it just doesn't mesh for me. Mario 64 isn't a scary game, Mario 64 is a cute game. Mario's like a little creature in it. Yeah, that was a hell of a side tangent. That was a hell of a side tangent. Oh no, Mario 64 is a cool game to me. I don't like what it's become. Anybody who tells me Mario 64 is scary, I'm sending the boogeyman to sleep under your bed. All right, or maybe you'll learn what's really scary in this world. I think this is a easy purple dub. I think this is the easiest purple dub that's ever been had. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. I love when I get the advantage by 20%. Dude, additional details on the Secret Neighbor plus Hello Engineer bundle is that it's from a small business. Support small. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? That's a Atari on the fucking cover. Anyways, I'm buying a Hello Secret Neighbor plus Hello Engineer. Alright, this will affect the economy somewhat. Atari, hashtag small push now. They're shrinking him. Why the fuck did Atari even publish Hello Neighbor games anyways? They just be doing anything at Atari. Like, Atari owns Intellivision now, and they're still pretending like the Amico is coming out, and it's like, why? Why are we continuing the facade? Who cares? You can just say it's canceled, guys. Nobody's gonna be mad. Like, people would even be happy if you just said the Intellivision Amico is canceled because it was stupid. Like, yeah, some of the investors would be mad, but, like, I don't give a fuck about the investors. I'm gonna be honest. If you invested in the Intellivision Amico, I think you're stupid. I don't give a fuck. Sorry, but it's the damn truth. Literally, I don't give a fuck. That's a damn good emote. That makes sense that that's a Gibson emote. Gibson has some really good emotes. Atari owns, like, Digital Eclipse now, right? That's one of the things that they own. That's, like, a pretty good thing to own. Digital Eclipse is good. And it seems like their quality hasn't really gone down since Atari bought them. Because now it seems like when a lot of companies just want to make, like, compilations of their old shit, they'll just be like, hey Atari, help, or hey Digital Eclipse, help us out here. I did what I could. I stamped what I could. Damn, we did really bad. We did really bad that round. Uh-oh! That's not good. That's not good. Oh no, I gotta win this one. I really gotta win this one. Oh, brother. Especially since it's fucking Shiver's team, too. Dude, all she's been doing is gloating about how many 100 times battles she's won. And it's like, girl, that wasn't even you. That was the team. You didn't do shit. You stood on your throne, announcing the results of games. I'm doing what I can for Big Man. We can't lose this one to the Shiver Squad. It cannot happen. Big Man's big players, we gotta win. Oh, baby, a wipeout. Dude, I'm like fucking spawn camping them. I don't even mean to. I mean, I'll do what I have to. If it means we'll win. Fuck. Oh, dude. Dude, I just realized they have a disconnect on their side. If we lose when they have a fucking disconnect, like, it's cooked. Oh, fuck. Come on, team. Come on, team. Oh! Come on, please, please, it's a 100 times bad. Oh, we definitely won that. Oh, thank God. Thank God, dude. Thank God. It was all for you, big man. It was all for you. Damn, that would have been crazy if that was the double level up. Dude, I just got so many clout points. You're so fucking jealous of my clout points. You get to board a Splatfest float? I don't know what that means. What does that mean? Oh, I'm gonna do my machine first. So I have like 15 shells. I love my items. Dude, you got the whole squad leveling up. Alright, we back in there. We back in there. I just realized how funny it is for my title to be Air Champion. Like, I guess air can be a more abstract concept, but it kind of just, like, to me, it just sounds like I'm really fucking good at breathing. I'm better at breathing than the rest of you motherfuckers. Oh, I'm a land champion. Oh, I'm a sea champion. Bro, I've conquered the fucking air. That's probably, like, I don't know, that's probably the most powerful element to, like, train on. I don't know how it was in, well, no, we do, because the fucking kid in, Avatar, it's literally called Avatar: The Last Airbender. So being an airbender has to be pretty powerful if they wanted to get rid of all of them. Or maybe being an airbender sucks ass and that's why they all died. I don't know, I didn't watch the show. You know, I'm still waiting for those Makora bottles to be popped. And it'll happen any second now. Airbender Nation, well known for never losing any battle. Do you think I know anything about Avatar? You just self-reported. You know more about this random Nickelodeon show than I do. Congratulations. How does that make you feel? I just got beat up by Omori. I shouldn't be talking. That dude literally dies. At least I splatted him back. I got a little bit of revenge. What was that? What was that? That was an attempted sneak up and it didn't work. How does that make you feel? You must be so fucking embarrassed right now. Oh, buddy, you're so fucked. Ugh! Maybe not as fucked as I thought. That's a fucking Omori. Fuck. Let's get down to business to consume the soy. Oh, brother. I think we lose this one. I mean, at least we won the 100 times battle. So that's basically like winning 100 times. You know, I've done my part. If I lose every other battle I do tonight, it literally doesn't matter because I won the most important battle. That's like literally, if you went to a chess tournament and you went like 0-10, but then they gave you like a chance to face the champion and you won against the champion, listen, you might not have won the tournament, but you might as well have, to be honest. Oh, I don't know. I don't know anything about chess. Although, I don't know, chess has, like, so many defined plays that if you're a chess master, you just know that it's, like... If you lose to a beginner, if you lose to someone who's losing to a lot of people, that's kind of on you. That's, like, you should know better. There's no... Like, I don't think, like, beginner's luck as a concept really applies to chess. Because most of the people who are really good at chess know basically, like, every line of play. So you'd have to really fuck up to lose to a beginner. That's why I only play mature games for adults like Splatoon. Because I really, you know, the only defined play is to have fun and be yourself. And really, that's the true mature pastime. You know, in a world that doesn't want you to have fun and be yourself, do it. Oh baby, oh baby. And I dodged that shit. I didn't dodge that, but that's okay. I am starting to get a little sleepy. It is almost 1 AM. I usually don't stream this late. Not these days, anyways. I don't want to end on a loss, though. And this might be a loss. This is not looking great, based on what I'm seeing. The thing is, I do have work in the morning. So I do gotta get myself to sleep soon. Thank you all for joining me for impromptu midnight Splatoon now. It is nice to do a random late night Splatoon again. You know, it wasn't that long ago, but at the same time, it's weirdly nostalgic. Wait, we won that? How? I mean, I'll take it. I'll take it. I'll take it. Fuck it. Well, thank you all for joining me tonight. No stream tomorrow. Mario Kart on... Are Dynamo and Ray doing Despicable Me again? Or did my fucking raid not reload? It's still showing me channels from the other day. No, yeah, they're not streaming. Nobody I know is streaming. We're gonna raid Super Mario Smoking Weed the movie, okay? I was so confused. I was like, what? Huh? Anyways, Mario Kart World Monday, Tamagotchi Life Tuesday. If I'm feeling generous, Yakuza on Wednesday. If not, Donkey Kong on Thursday. I hope you all look forward to it. I'm looking forward to it. Goodbye, everybody. Good night. Good night.
There, don't smile because it happened. Cry because it's over!